in the urban centers to hate America more than the head-chopping Muslims who hate black people more than anybody on earth.
Well, we've seen evidence of that out here. I covered on a show here a couple of weeks ago about the student council down there at UCI that banned American flags from the campus because they were worried about offending students who were not American. They're maybe over here on American grants or American scholarships, but I think there is. And I think Chicago's not exempt. I do like the idea of what Joe's saying. I often think of the America in the days of old, the day, if we want to call it that, kind of like my family. I come from an Irish family, and we're the same way. Put us in a room together, and we're on each other's case all the time, But let somebody walk into the room and say something to your brother or your sister or your mom and dad, and watch how fast you get 6 or 7 Irish people in your face, But we don't, because we've become such a hyphenated society that we cling more to that, African American or Mexican American or Islamic American or whatever, you want to say. And yet, that it's more like we're more worried about our roots than we are. When in actuality, America is our roots, and people have just, lost that identity. I think it's an intentional thing. I think it's something that has been designed by design to get this, to be able to allow somebody like Barack Obama to divide and conquer whenever he feels the need to do so, whenever he needs to feel the need to get in front of that teleprompter and, put a little bit more division out there. People are starting to get along, it's getting too quiet. We got to do something about that. I got to go to a commercial here, guys, and when I come back, I want to get into this. We got to finish up our discussion today on the Iranian deal, and we're going to make the comparisons between Barack Obama's claims and the Iranian foreign minister's claims, and we should be able to do that in the time we have left. Stay with us, guys, right here on the Conservative Syndicate. We'll be right back. You can catch all our show archives at theconservativesyndicate.net. The Conservative Syndicate, real conservative talk from real conservatives.
When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. Then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-790-5960. That's 1-800-790-5960. Again, 1-800-790-5960. Call now.
Limited time offer, 24-month commitment and credit qualification required. Cancellation fee, auto pay, and paperless billing and other restrictions apply. Since you can't see the difference, don't pay the difference. Switch to Dish and get the best deal in entertainment for less than $20 a month. Switch to Dish because at just $19.99, Dish saves you every time you turn on the TV. Call Go Dish to save with Dish. Dial 1-800-600-1645. Less than $20 a month. Dish. Call 1-800-600-1645 for details.
Here on the Conservative Syndicate. And again, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Remember to visit our website, theconservativesyndicate.net. I've got Ron Edwards from the Edwards Notebook tonight doing his weekly contribution to our show, and Joe Hakos, co-host from Dryer Report. And I want to get into this this comparison here, guys. We had mentioned in the first hour what Barack Obama has been out there telling us over the last, almost, 4 or 5 days now. Came out over the weekend telling us about this great agreement, the greatest opportunity, I guess, since Obamacare. Let's put it in a proper perspective here. And he or the Iranian foreign minister, is coming out saying just the opposite. Basically coming out, first of all, telling us that our own president is lying to us. I think that's a precedent that we sit here and think that just days after. In fact, I think he even came out before Obama made the announcement and said the president is lying to you. I think Obama came out on Saturday, and the Iranian foreign minister came out on Friday, the Friday before, and said, you know what, this guy's lying to you through his teeth. So anyway, here's the deal. I'm going to read these off to you and get your opinion here. First deal, let's see, according to this. Okay, first of all, Obama says first, Iran will not be able to pursue a bomb using plutonium because it will not develop weapons-grade plutonium. The core reactor at Iraq will be dismantled and replaced. The spent fuel from that facility will be shipped out of Iran for life of the reactor. Iran will not build a new heavy water reactor, and Iran will not reprocess fuel from its existing reactors ever. This is what the Iranian foreign minister says. In accordance with the existing solutions, the Iraq heavy water research reactor will remain and will be enhanced and updated with remodifications. In the redesigning of the reactor, in addition to decreasing the amount of plutonium production, he does say they will decrease. He doesn't say they will stop. The efficiency of the Iraq reactor will be increased significantly. The remodification of the Iraq reactor will be undertaken in a designated time frame and will be initiated in the form of a joint international project under the management of Iran. So the international project, I guess, these great international inspectors that Obama is telling us going to keep everything so transparent, are they going to be the ones that supervise this? I mean, but the point being here is that Obama's telling us Iran is not going to be doing anything with plutonium, and they're telling us not only are we going to continue, we're going to modify the plant to be more efficient. I mean, how much day and night is there between that, Ron?
Well, I mean, it's as day and night as you can get, and it just goes to show this is totally unprecedented, and it's funny, but it's scary at the same time that the American people are being told the truth by the enemy. That means they are so cocky or so confident that the American people, that the United States as a nation is so stupefied that we will sit here and do nothing to prevent what is going on and what Kerry and what Lurch, and Obama are agreeing to. And you talk about dangerous.
I think what will happen here in this particular case, and maybe one of the other two cases here we're going to talk about real quick, is what will happen is at the first attempt by anybody in the international community to make any comments about the fact that, wait a minute, you're supposed to be shutting this plant down, and you're not shutting the plant down, as the Iranian foreign minister has said to us, as long as the West keeps their deal, we'll keep our deal. So as soon as we get into a pissing contest as to whether the plant is being shut down or modified, Iran's going to pull out and just say, hey, screw this. What do you think, Joe?
And they'll be closer to having their nuclear weapon than they are right now.
Right. By the time anybody finds out, by the time anybody finds out, it'll already be in motion. Okay, here's the second one.
And the P5+1, they will be able to stop it for sure, right?
Yeah, this is what we were saying earlier. It's a case of 1 + 1 = 2. It's just a matter of which one comes first.
Let's understand who we're talking about here: China, Russia, France, the United States, England, and Germany. Let's see, China and Russia, they're our friends, right?
Yeah. And Germany's got to be that, and what's her name?
They're
Merkel?
still pissed about us spying on them.
Oh yeah,
okay?
she's got to be sitting there just steaming in the back room. I haven't forgotten about the phone calls, dude. All right, here's the second one. The second, Obama tells us that this deal shuts down Iran's path to a bomb using enriched uranium. Iran has agreed that its installed centrifuges, which will be reduced by 2/3, they will no longer enrich uranium at its Fordow facility. They will not enrich uranium with advanced centrifuges for at least the next 10 years. and the vast majority of Iran's stockpile of uranium will be neutralized. Now, the Iranian foreign minister comes out and says about the Fordow facilities. According to the Reach Solutions, the Fordow nuclear facilities will be converted to an advanced nuclear and physics research center. Okay? And more than 1,000 centrifuge machines and all related infrastructure in Fordow will be preserved and maintained, out of which 2 centrifuge cascades will be in operation. In addition, in cooperation with some of the countries, of the P5+1, half of the Fordow facilities will be dedicated to advanced nuclear research and production of stable isotopes. Okay, so now they're saying, Obama's saying there's not supposed to be anything there in terms of advanced centrifuges. This guy's saying, yeah, not only that, we're going to turn it into a research center.
Yeah, and enhance it at that.
What's your take, Ron?
I agree with Joe. I mean, this is just. It's self-explanatory. I mean,
I'm asking you guys questions that I know we already know the answer. It's like I'm sitting here like a bobblehead doll. You
can't make this stuff up. Hey, but John Kerry, as Mr. Urang said, we got to get back to work and work on a final deal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Remembering, as we said several times already, that what we're dealing with here is an agreement that there needs to be an agreement. That's really all we're at right now. That's really it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's the third one. The third one is, of course, transparency. That is, that the international inspectors will have unprecedented access. I don't know what that means. I mean, what do we gauge? How do you gauge something against something that's never happened before in the past anyways? You never had access to begin with. How do you have unprecedented access if you don't have anything to gauge being unprecedented about?
I think the word that you'd be looking for would be unfettered access.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
So, anyway, he's saying that they're going to have complete access to all these things. And Obama's saying that the additional restrictions on building new facilities or stockpiling materials will last for 15 years. Iran is saying 10 years. Yeah. The U.S., according to the Iranian foreign minister, the U.S. has said nothing in the agreement about voluntary or temporary Iran has agreed to implement the additional protocol. That's what this additional protocol is these inspectors being able to do whatever they want. Here's the big catch. The last one here. Oh, no, we're out of time. We're out of time. I didn't know. Okay. We'll have to pick this up. Later. Ron, real quick, how do people find your website?
TheRonEdwards.com. That's my website. You can also pick me up, the Edwards Notebook Commentary. We're on 32 radio stations and internet sites around the country and the world. And also, you can catch me on Twitter at the Ron Edwards, and also Facebook on the Friends of the Edwards Notebook group, and we can communicate there as well. And also News with Views and Clash Daily, ClashDaily.com, where my weekly columns are also presented.
All right. Sorry I had to cut this off here, but we got about a minute left. Ron will be back with us next Tuesday, same time, 6 o'clock Western time. Thanks a lot, Ron. We got to go.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, guys, we're done for the night. Tomorrow we'll be back. Joe will have his hour segment going tomorrow, and then Bob Cardoso from Robert Cardoso Live will join us. And we'll continue doing what we do best on this show, and that's exposing the lameness of the leftist agenda. God bless you, and just know that it ain't over till it's over, in the words of Yogi Berra. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of the Conservative Syndicate, the globally syndicated, politically incorrect talk show that seeks to tear down the imaginary wall of separation between church and state. We want to make you aware you can find and access all of our show archives at our website, theconservativesyndicate.net, as well as our broadcast stations and times. That's the conservativesyndicate.net. We so appreciate you taking time to tune in, and we so look forward to continuing to bring you the best and uncompromised talk radio available on the net today. And remember, folks, it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down in life. It only matters how many times you get up. I'm John Matthews, signing off until next time, right here on the Conservative Syndicate. God bless you, and may God continue to bless America.